Hello and welcome back to this new edition of News Today, a series where we briefly discuss and analyze important news of the day. Without delay, let's explore the headlines first. Delimitation Commission's orders aren't immune from judicial review, says Supreme Court. 4 projects operationalized under Namami Gange Mission 2.0. Maharashtra approves Wainganga-Nalganga River linking project. United States, Australia, Canada, Philippines held air and naval exercise in the disputed South China Sea. PM-KUSUM scheme needs recalibration to achieve its targets, says CSE study. Chhattisgarh approves a proposal to notify Guru Ghasidas Tamor Pingla Tiger Reserve. In our first news, we are diving into an important topic about the powers of the Supreme Court in reviewing the orders of the Delimitation Commission. In the recent case of KC Rathod, the Supreme Court has clarified that constitutional courts have the authority to review the Delimitation Commission's orders, specifically if an order is found to be manifestly arbitrary and inconsistent with constitutional values. The Gujarat High Court had earlier dismissed a petition challenging the delimitation exercise, citing Article 329, Clause A of the Constitution. This article prevents courts from interfering in electoral matters. However, the Supreme Court's decision indicates a shift in interpretation. Now let's talk about the previous judgments by the Supreme Court that help us understand this context better. In the case of DMK versus State of Tamil Nadu, the court rejected a complete ban on judicial intervention. It stated that constitutional courts can step in to facilitate elections or when there is a clear case of misuse of power. In the Meghraj Kothari case, judicial interference was limited to avoid unnecessary delays in the election process, but it did not fully restrict judicial review. Switching gears, let's also understand what exactly is delimitation. Delimitation is the process of fixing the number of seats and boundaries of territorial constituencies in each state for the Lok Sabha and legislative assemblies. Responsibility of delimitation is assigned to a high-power body known as Delimitation Commission or Boundary Commission. Under Article 82, delimitation is done by such authority and in such a manner as Parliament may by law determine. In India, such delimitation commissions have been constituted 4 times in 1952, 1963, 1973 and 2002. As we wrap up, this recent ruling by Supreme Court reinforces the importance of judicial oversight in maintaining the balance of power and upholding constitutional values. Ahead, we are talking about a significant milestone in the Namami Gange Mission 2.0, where 4 groundbreaking projects have been operationalized in the states of Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. These projects are set to enhance the sewage treatment capacity by 145 megaliters per day, improve sewer networks and intercept numerous trains to further the mission of cleaner, rejuvenated River Ganga. Let's delve deeper into the Namami Gange Mission 2.0. Originally, the Namami Gange program was approved in 2014, running until March 2021. However, seeing its importance, the program was extended until March 31, 2026 as NGM 2.0. The mission has a clear and vital objective: the effective abatement of pollution and rejuvenation of the River Ganga. The program stands on several main pillars: sewage treatment, riverfront development, river surface cleaning, afforestation, biodiversity conservation, public awareness, effluent management, and Ganga Gram, which involves the holistic development of villages along the Ganga. Together, these pillars create a comprehensive approach to cleaning and protecting this vital river. The implementation of this ambitious mission is led by the National Mission for Clean Ganga alongside its state and district counterparts under the Ministry of Jal Shakti. An interesting fact is that NMCG operates as a society registered under the Societies Registration Act of 1860, and it's a fully centrally funded initiative, meaning there's no state-wise allocation under it. Now let's take a moment to appreciate the achievements of the Namami Gange mission so far. A total of 457 projects have been initiated, with 280 completed and operational as of February 2024. Moreover, 139 district Ganga committees have been formed, chaired by district magistrates, to oversee and ensure the success of these efforts. The NMCG has also sanctioned common effluent treatment plans for industries, further solidifying the mission's commitment to reducing industrial pollution. As we wrap up, it's clear that the Namami Gange Mission 2.0 is not just a mission, but a movement.
Moving ahead, in a major development for agricultural infrastructure, the Maharashtra government has approved the Wainganga-Nalganga River linking project. This ambitious initiative aims to irrigate 3.7 lakh hectares of agricultural land across 6 districts in the Vidarbha region. The project will involve diverting excess water from the Gosi-Khurd Dam in Bandara district to the Nalganga Dam in Buldhana district in western Vidarbha. This will be achieved by constructing 426.52 kilometers of link canals. The National Water Development Agency presented the detailed project report in 2018, and it has since received approval from the Central Water Commission. This project will also supplement the National River Linking Project. The NRLP is based on the National Perspective Plan prepared by the then Ministry of Irrigation, now the Ministry of Jal Shakti, in 1980. The NPP aims to transfer water from water surplus basins to water deficit basins. Under this plan, the NWDA has identified 30 links with 16 under the Peninsular component and 14 under the Himalayan component for feasibility reports. Notably, in the year 2021, the Union Cabinet approved the implementation of the Ken-Betwa River Link, marking the first interlinking of rivers project. The significance of the NRLP cannot be overstated. It promises additional irrigation in drought-prone areas such as the Bundelkhand region, improved navigation and reduced flooding problems such as those caused by the Kosi River. However, the project also faces challenges, including the resettlement and rehabilitation of affected populations and significant environmental costs, such as deforestation and soil erosion. Now let's delve a bit into the rivers involved in this project. The Wainganga River originates from the Mahadev Hills in Madhya Pradesh. It becomes known as the Pranhita after its confluence with the Vardha River and is a major tributary of the Godavari River. The Wainganga River flows through the riparian states of Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and Telangana. On the other hand, the Nalganga River is a significant left bank tributary of the Purna River, which itself is a sub-tributary of the Tapi River. In conclusion, this project stands as a testament to the state's commitment to enhancing its agricultural infrastructure and addressing water scarcity issues. Ahead in the news, in a significant development in the South China Sea, the United States, Australia, Canada and the Philippines have conducted a joint air and naval exercise. This exercise aimed to address common maritime challenges and underscore the shared dedication to upholding international law and the rules-based order. The South China Sea, part of the Western Pacific Ocean, stretches roughly from Singapore and the Strait of Malacca in the southwest to the Strait of Taiwan in the northeast. It is a crucial shipping lane, a rich fishing ground, home to a highly biodiverse coral reef ecosystem, and believed to hold substantial oil and gas resources. Several bordering countries claim portions of the islands to assert sovereignty over the surrounding sea and its resources, with China continuing to press its claim to almost the entire South China Sea. In the year 2016, the Permanent Court of Arbitration ruled under the United Nations Convention on Laws of the Seas that China's assertion has no legal basis, a ruling China has refused to acknowledge to date. In recent times, India has also enhanced its military and diplomatic engagement with claimant states such as the Philippines and Vietnam. Strategic interest, freedom of navigation, and oil and gas resources are key factors driving India's expanded involvement in the South China Sea. In conclusion, the joint exercise by the United States, Australia, Canada, and the Philippines demonstrates a united front in maintaining stability and upholding international maritime laws in a region fraught with territorial disputes and geopolitical tensions.
Next, we turn our attention to the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Urja Suraksha evam Utthaan Mahabhiyan, better known as PM-KUSUM scheme. A recent study by the Center for Science and Environment has highlighted the need for recalibration to meet its ambitious targets. As of now, the scheme has achieved only 30% of its goals, sparking concerns about whether it can reach the finish line by 2026. Let's dive into the key findings of the report. Most progress has been made under Component B, while Components A and C have seen minimal implementation. The introduction of solar-powered agriculture pumps have enabled farmers to irrigate their fields during daylight hours. However, the availability of cheap electricity means farmers lack the incentive to switch from electric to solar pumps. There is also a problem with the non-availability of pumps with varying capacities in different regions. For instance, in Haryana, surface pumps of 5 horsepower and 7.5 horsepower are not readily available. Now let's understand what does the study recommend to tackle these issues. It suggests adopting a decentralized implementation model. Implementing agencies with a good understanding of local farmer demographics and needs can cater to these needs more effectively. Additionally, to make the scheme financially viable, farmers should be given the option to pay upfront costs in installments. There is also a call for increased central financial assistance, tailored to the specific needs and prices of solar modules in different states. So what exactly is the PM-KUSUM scheme? Launched in March 2019, it aims to transition the farm sector away from diesel, provide water and energy security to farmers, increase their income, and reduce environmental pollution. The target is to add a solar capacity of 34.8 gigawatts by March 2026. The Ministry of New and Renewable Energy is the nodal ministry overseeing this initiative. The scheme is structured into three main components. Component A focuses on adding 10,000 megawatts of solar capacity through small solar power plants with capacities up to 2 megawatts each. Component B is about installing 14 lakh standalone solar-powered agricultural pumps, while Component C aims for the solarization of 35 lakh grid-connected agriculture pumps. As we conclude, it's clear that while the PM-KUSUM scheme has noble goals and a strong framework, recalibration is necessary to achieve its full potential.
Ahead in the news, in a significant move for wildlife conservation, the Chhattisgarh government has approved a proposal to notify the Guru Ghasidas Tamor Pingla Tiger Reserve. This new reserve is formed by integrating the regions of Guru Ghasidas National Park and Tamor Pingla Sanctuary, making it Chhattisgarh's fourth tiger reserve. The other three tiger reserves in the state are Indravati, Udanti Sita Nadi and Achanakmar. Additionally, the Guru Ghasidas Tamor Pingla Tiger Reserve will become the third largest tiger reserve in the country, following Andhra Pradesh's Nagarjun Sagar Sri Shailam and Assam's Manas. A tiger reserve is considered critical for tiger conservation and consists of two main parts: the core or critical tiger habitat, which holds national park or sanctuary status, and the buffer or peripheral area where a lesser degree of habitat protection is required. Currently, there are 55 tiger reserves in India, with Dholpur Karauli Tiger Reserve being the latest addition in 2023. Now, you might wonder, how are tiger reserves notified? The tiger reserves are notified by state governments under the provision of Section 38V of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, based on the advice of the National Tiger Conservation Authority. Any alterations to the boundaries of tiger reserve require the recommendation of the NTCA and the approval of the National Board for Wildlife. If we talk about NBWL, then it is a statutory board constituted under Wildlife Protection Act 1972, responsible for promotion of conservation and development of wildlife and forest. Moreover, the denotification of a tiger reserve can only occur in the public interest with the approval of both the NTCA and the NBWL. Let's take a closer look at the regions that make up this new tiger reserve. Guru Ghasidas National Park is located on the Chota Nagpur Plateau and extends into the Baghelkhand Plateau. Its vegetation includes moist, deciduous forest with key tree species such as teak, sal, gurjan, palas, tendu and mahua. The park falls under the Son drainage basin and is home to a variety of fauna including tigers, leopards, jackals, barking deer and spotted deer. Tamor Pingla Sanctuary is known for its populations of Asian elephants, Bengal tigers, Indian leopards, bears, sambar deer and wild boars. The sanctuary gets its name from the Tamor and Pingla Reserve Forest, which are named after the Tamor Pahad and Pingla River. In conclusion, the creation of the Guru Ghasidas Tamor Pingla Tiger Reserve is a major step forward in protecting these vital habitats and their diverse wildlife.
As we wrap up today's main news, let's take a moment for some quick updates. Exercise Mitra Shakti is an annual military exercise between India and Sri Lanka. Mitra Shakti aims to improve the operational proficiency of both armies by facilitating the exchange of skills, experiences, and best practices. eSankhiki portal is designed to create a comprehensive system for managing and sharing data, facilitating the easy dissemination of official statistics across the country. It is launched by the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Debt for Development Swaps and Approach Framework paper has been released by the International Monetary Fund. Debt swaps are agreements between a government and one or more of its creditors to replace sovereign debt with one or more liabilities that include a spending commitment towards a specific development goal. Indian Railways is rolling out tenders for equipping 10,000 locomotives with Kavach 4.0. It is the latest version of the indigenous automatic train protection system. Kavach is an electronic system of safety integrity level 4 standards with probability of error being 1 in 10,000 years. WHO has warned against superbug hypervirulent Klebsiella pneumonia or HVKP. HVKP is a type of drug-resistant bacteria that can cause rapidly progressing deadly infections even in people with healthy immune systems. IIT Indore has developed footwear for military personnel based on TENG technology. Triboelectric nanogenerator technology converts the mechanical energy generated from walking and converts it into electrical energy using the triboelectric effect, which is then stored in a device embedded in the system. Government is set to allow up to 35% biobitumen mixing to save 10,000 crore of foreign exchange outflows. Bitumen is a black substance produced through distillation of crude oil. It is known for its adhesive properties. The central government notified tantalum as a critical and strategic mineral under the Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act 1957. Tantalum is a rare metal with the atomic number 73. First comprehensive survey held in 50 years regarding Lake Turkana, the research project is led by UNESCO and World Food Programme, reveals high fish potential in the lake. Lake Turkana is located in northwestern Kenya and southwestern Ethiopia. The US Environmental Protection Agency banned the weed-killing pesticide dimethyl tetrachloroterephthalate, also known as DCPA or Dactyl. DCPA is used on crops such as broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage and onions. Before we conclude today's bulletin, let's test your knowledge in our segment Test Your Learning. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this edition of News Today. For the quiz solutions and to download the PDF version of News Today, please visit the provided links in the description below.